Ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. Wow, man. Tony Khan did it again. He did it. You got your boy Prince again. He sold me. In fact, he's such a good salesman that he could have sold ice to a fucking Eskimo when it came to Tommaso Ciampa. Wow. He really sold me on the idea that he was going to make a name out of Tommaso Ciampa and make something out of him the moment he left from the Fed, as most of you kids call it these days. Shout out to the motherfucking gang. What's good, everybody? It's been a few weeks. We had to spin the block back around the game. What they still call the machine, man. And Tony really gave Tommaso Ciampa the TNT title like it was a free trial. Enjoy premium champion features for the days ahead. 11 days to be exact. And then we automatically cancel. Ciampa didn't even have a ring. He had a weekend rental with the TNT title. Bro barely had time to even warm up, you know? Bro barely had time to learn where the TNT belt is stored backstage before it was already in someone else's entrance music, like Kyle motherfucking Fletcher, the GOAT. And I have no problem with Kyle Fletcher, as y'all already know on the channel, man. If there's anybody I look forward to seeing on AEW television, it's probably only him and maybe a Tony Storm. But that's kind of where it ends, dude. AEW graphics, the AEW graphics team was still rendering the new TNT champion poster when Tony Khan was already booking the rematch. The ink on the side plates wasn't even dry. It was still tutorial mode, basically. Ciampa packing his bags like, yo, I just finished my first title defense meeting. And here comes Tony Khan like, so you're also dropping it tonight, by the way. I forgot to tell you. It's been a fun free trial. It's been a good 11 days. I tested this free trial out. I tested this old black and gold thing out of you, and I like what I saw, but at the same time, I can't, because I do too much cocaine, I can't afford to sit here and actually take my time to book you in the correct manner the way I'm supposed to be. So, Tommaso, you got to drop that strap, bro. I'm sorry. What? You know, at this point, the TNT title got commitment issues. It does. This is the absolute most inconsistent title that I have ever seen on television. And I mean that. The TNT title used to have prestige to its name, too. You talking about Cody Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes, even Miro. Back when he was doing his Redeemer gimmick, you know, the TNT title used to mean something. Mr. Brody Lee. It used to have value. Not anymore. Not anymore, because it changes hands so fast. The 24/7 championship is somewhere watching it like, finally, a worthy opponent. It's up there with the 24/7 title. What a shame. Shame on you, Tony Khan, for doing it yet again. He got me, y'all. Tony Khan got me yet again. Pulled me in, saw Tommaso Ciampa win that title. I just knew over the years being gone that he was going to correct his blunder and actually build off of momentum, have a consistent champion. Finally, outside of a Kyle Fletcher, have someone that we could actually remember holding the belt for the first time in years. And he got me again. Of course, he's not going to keep the belt on anybody consistently. The TNT belt, man, is going to continue to be exactly what it's been the last 2 to 3 years in AEW, which is the hot potato title. It's not going to change. And I cannot believe, you know, it's my fault. It's not even the sicko's fault. It's not Tony Khan's fault. It's mine. It's my fault for having the smallest inch, the smallest fucking rice grain of faith in Tony Khan. And that's small, bro. Because even that, all you need is a mustard seed. All you need, even that, it couldn't even allow me to have that in this company. What a shit show. What a shit moment for Tommaso Ciampa. I feel bad for the dude. Yeah, and of course he put out the tweet himself. You know, Kyle Fletcher's one of the best to ever do it. You know, kid's great. Yada yada yada. You know, if I'm gonna lose to anybody, it's probably him. Of course, he's gonna put that tweet out, which is fine. And respectfully, shout out to Tommaso Ciampa for that, for not being the biggest loser. You know, actually being a real one with it when it comes down to it at the end of the day. But, of course, he is going to express that sentiment. But as far as the fan base, man, as far as us, bro, it's just not busting, man. It's not a great creative decision. I'm sorry. It's just not. At this point, yeah, you know, at this point, we need to change. We need to change something about the TNT title being consistent. Somewhere Triple H is watching this like, man, I raised that man for 20-minute takeover classics. And Tony over there using him like a limited time McRib from McDonald's. What a shame. What a shame. What a sad fall from grace, man. And here he was just saying Tommaso Ciampa was already doing better than Johnny Gargano. Here we were, all of us. 11 days. That's not a reign. That's an Amazon return window, bro. Fuck out of here, man. But y'all already know what we about to do. We about to get up out of here. Big deuces. Big pieces. You already know what's next. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section. Is your boy tripping? Is your boy overreacting? Or are we pretty based? Does Tony Khan need to book more consistent TNT champions to actually have it be someone that we can actually look back on and remember holding it? Let me know down below. Big deuces. We out.